3, 2, 1. Let's go. We're back with some condensed go. And today we have a little special treat, a little something extra. Because we're going to do a triple header. We're going to play the same opponent. We're going to play them 3 times in a row, back to back to back. And we'll watch that unfold because it'll be interesting to see if we pick up anything, from the first game about the habits of the opponent. Maybe we play a little bit differently in the second game, and then potentially different again in the third game as we get more familiar with the opponent. And I don't know what the outcome of this is because this game is from, I think, about 2 years ago. So this is back from the archives. Pretty even match. I was 9K at the time, still pretty close to what I am right now. And up against 10K in white there, set of all subsets. And that makes it a nice even game. So we might as well just dive right in. This is game 1. Check back in a couple days here for game 2. I'll get that uploaded. And then, of course, I'll follow up with the rubber match, game 3. I'm assuming it's a rubber match. Makes sense. If there's a, 3-way game. So anyway, let's dive right in. First move, black, me, upper right corner, Q16, giddy up. White takes a corner. We each take a corner. Everyone's got a corner. All right, so then I start pushing in the left-hand side. Interesting. I'll go through this fairly quickly. I'm not really interested in the minutia, the little fights. Although, who knows? Maybe we'll see. Interesting. So white jumped in and we're getting aggressive on him. All right, trying to box him into the corner there. Tries to fight his way. Ooh, white gets aggressive in attacking that corner. Nice play, actually, by white, I would say. I'm going to get a kill there. He's probably going to survive this, it looks like. I'm going to push my way up. I like that. And then he's finally, like this group here, he's on the run. He finally kind of bursts out right there, right? And he'll get at least an eye down here, so he does have to run because he is not safe. Threaten to cut him off. I like that play. We force him. He's got to connect. We basically get a free move. And safe move on my part. I like that one. We got the shape here. You don't want your opponent throwing in there or cutting by going there at N4. You don't want that. You want to protect that. And then it gives you at least one eye. So my group is probably going to be safe now. I'm not going to have 2 eyes, so I can run out. Just like White's group ran out, but we got some space there to make something happen, I dare say. White's still running out. There we go. I run it a little more. That's enough space to get some shape to get that second eye. So I'm not really that concerned about this group, I imagine. We threaten. Okay, so White has solidified the eye there at the bottom. Sure. There we go. We make a nice little base. By playing that just rounds out that shape so much better, We get an eye up here, we get an eye down here. We're good to go. It doesn't really matter because we can see that white has completely surrounded us, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Carrying on. So, trying to split white there, looks like. All right, and then looks like we recognize, hey, probably safe down here. Let's make a big move. There's no point in fighting over a couple little loose spaces down there. So, neither one of us is going to kill each other off. So, what big moves are left on the table? We have the whole upper part of the board. But I like this because by playing here, I'm building off this 4-4, and I'm almost gapping across here, right? Like one more play somewhere up there will pretty much give me this whole right-hand side of the board. And because I was at the 4-4, white could have jumped in there at the 3-3. So just by playing here, it just gives that extra little bit of security. And maybe he still could jump in there. It's not necessarily totally safe, but kind of a conservative big play, and I think that kind of suited here. So, all right. So then white takes the last big play there in the middle of the board, up at the top. And then we jump over to the left. Okay, I'm gonna build up that bit of space there. White with another big play. So then I sort of threaten to go over the top, and that solidifies my corner. I'd say that's probably safe now. And there we go. There's that move I was talking about. That little intermediate move just to gap from this stone here to this stone here, because that was just a little too big. White could have taken one of those, but by taking it myself, just a couple of moves later, exactly what we talked about. We got that whole right-hand side of the board by shoring up that upper right-hand corner, and just making that gap there. White kind of does the same up here, but notice his 3-3 is open, so I could definitely jump in here. I could maybe jump in there. Or there. There's definitely enough space in there to make something happen. I think the 3-3 is probably what I would do. We'll see if that happens. And the same thing down here at the bottom. I could jump in there. Okay, so interesting. The next play I guess it looked to me like white was trying to maybe capture the middle of the board. He's starting to circle up, right? You can maybe see that. And I just didn't want that to happen. So I throw one in right into the middle. I don't mind that at this point. It's a big play compared to what's available. It just gives me a lot of extra oomph there in the middle of the board. So white reciprocates there on the right-hand side. Shore up a little bit of my shape on the left. I like that. Conservative. Because it shores up this. That's a really nice, safe-looking shape now. It's going to be tough to attack. But it also plays off this stone here, right? Like, that's a nice... We tightened up that distance quite a bit. So with same thing that we did over here on the right-hand side, we had this gap that I needed to bridge. Now we have the same thing here. One more play, and I think I can bridge this to that center stone. Or get cut immediately. There we go. That's fine, too. It looks like I'm probably going to lose a stone there. White getting super aggressive. Now I'm trying to attack white. I'm attacking these guys up here, trying to... Oh, I'm going to run it. Did we run it? No, we didn't run it all the way to the edge. What? I guess he finally made it to his... I don't like how... I think that's a mistake on my part. I should have foreseen that running it all the way to the end wasn't going to work. Don't love that. I think that... And now I've kind of given up this upper left-hand corner. It's going to be tough to attack this because he's kind of built that up. So, and I didn't, I don't know if I gained much from that. We'll see actually, maybe, because I've weaseled my way in. If we just look at white's kind of outline here, something like that. Ray's got this, Owen's got all this. And I've just kind of weaseled my way in. These are pretty loose. I can penetrate those and cause a little bit of chaos, especially through here too. So we'll see. Maybe that was worth it. I don't know. I don't love it. Looking back at it now, 2 years later. Okay, white with a nice play to shore up the lower left. Don't mind that. I try to penetrate like we're talking about. White seals me off right away. This has not worked out well. So white's, his shape has turned out pretty good now. Like that's pretty solid. I don't know if I'm going to be able to attack that. Like maybe the 3-3, maybe here. Maybe I can jump over the top from the right, but he's looking pretty solid there. And maybe I can attack these white stones here by coming through this way. I don't know. Not looking great. That said, with my last play down here, I've split this white group off, which I can still attack. So that could be a huge kill. If I can kill this group off, because remember, it's only got one liberty down here. So if I can cap him off at the top somewhere, he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties left. So he's going to be fighting and on the run down here. And he's going to be trying to connect to this group, because it's closest, right? Trying to jump over the top. But then there's also a cutting point there. So then we can still attack the larger group, and then maybe he tries to connect here, but we can maybe attack that too. So interesting to see how this plays out if I really attack that group. Puts me into Atari, then he links up. Yeah, I don't know if that's attackable now. He's kind of boxed it in. But it has given me a nice little bit of the control of the right-hand side. I've kind of solidified that. And that's actually a really nice looking chunk of territory. That's, a full slice of the board, like maybe a fifth the way across, not quite a quarter. So that's a lot of points right there. So maybe that counteracts this up here. Maybe those are probably pretty even. Just doing a quick bit of math here. Then we got my sort of group here, which is, I don't know, similar to white's group. And then I definitely have some space here, which, similar to his. So I don't know. White's got this, though, which I definitely don't counterbalance that right now. So I think white has the advantage. But plowing ahead, we're going to keep attacking that right-hand side. Looks like get some of that space. Try and sneak over the top. Exactly what we talked about. Sure. Safe move there. Sure. Solidify this. Sure. Pressure. Okay, there we go. There's an attacking move. We use a cutting point to go after those two. We pull out. I don't know if much is going to come of this. Okay, now we attack the 3-3. Interesting. This is a bit of a desperation play. It felt like I was behind enough that this is... I think I'm maybe grasping at straws here to make this happen. A bit of a Hail Mary. I know I'm behind. Have to make something happen. You get super aggressive sometimes when you know you're behind by 20 points or something, so... we'll see. Maybe I can cause some chaos down here. How's this play out? Threaten to Link up. Interesting. Didn't. Okay. Oh, then we do connect. Sure. That just gives them. That gives me this group, I should say. It just gives them so many liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sort of 5. Then we'll connect. Then we'll have another 2. It's like 5, 6, 7 liberties. 7, 7 to 5, 5 to 7 plays. And that gives me enough leeway to. I can be maybe attacking the stone. I can be attacking these 2 and these 3. These 4 down here have less liberties. That's only got 5. And even this group here, like he doesn't have a whole lot of space to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can maybe attack this group. So this might work out. Plus I have another cutting point there, and I can attack this group. There's something to be said for this. This is a last minute Hail Mary to try and win this game, I think here. What move we got? 145. Okay. So white chose there, and then I did cut. So now we have a couple groups to attack all of a sudden. We got this white group here, and we got this sort of bigger one here. Now, ooh, my mouse is going crazy. I'm less confident now. We're 2 moves into this. I don't have that many liberties, right? I got 1 here. I got 1 here. I don't know. It's not looking great. I can still attack, but we'll see here. I don't think this is going to go my way. Yeah, eventually I just abandon it. And I attack up at the top. Another Hail Mary here. Up at the upper upper left hand corner. I realized down here, nah, I don't think this is going to work. And I leave it alone and see what else I can do. And maybe I'm actually going to live up there. This is more like another Hail Mary jumping up top. Now I was going to say this is like endgame stuff, but now I jumped in with no real space to spare up here. I don't foresee this working either, right? Like, there is a cutting point, though. If I can get this guy, put him into Atari. Man, I'm just trying to cause chaos, it looks like here. Like, I'm not... Oh, man. Look at this now. So I have all these, like, games on games on games. It's starting to get pretty layered. I should have maybe taken a little more time through this last bit because, like, this group here is almost... He's got 1, 2, 3 liberties. But he can connect up, but he maybe can kill my group. So it's like, it's a house of cards. He can maybe attack me. I can attack him. I have a small, tiny group up here. He's also got a group of 3 that if I was just looking at this move, I can play there, cut that group of 3 off, and kill it. And that would mean my little group is totally safe and connected to this bigger group. That'd be a nice little win at this point of the game. Because it looks like this group's going to be dead, but if I can kill that off and add that into my territory. And now this last play is super aggressive because I'm threatening to cut in 2 spots. I'm saying, hey, do you want to save your group of 3 by playing here, or do you want to save your bigger group, assuming that gets connected to this group, by playing here? Like, which of these do you want to fill up? Because I'm going to attack the other one. And we'll see what white does to respond here. So he connects there. Then I do split. He's down to 2 liberties. Puts me... Yeah, then I guess he can kill me off the next play. But now I attack this other group over here. So this is such a house of cards. It's like who... It becomes a game of like, there's like 6 battles all going on at once. And they sort of start to influence each other when you're jumping around the board a little bit and you lose track a little bit. And I think that's a strategy that I'm working on right now in this game. Trying to confuse my opponent and just maybe get a freak kill out of this late in the game to try and win it. So he does take my 2 there, sure. So that doesn't end up working. It looks like I might be able... Why haven't I attacked these 3? Because he can... If I just haven't seen that yet at N17, like I need to hit that right now and kill that off. Now I'm attacking these in the middle. What am I doing? This game is nonsense. Just threaten to cut him off wherever I can. Yes, and now I'm forcing this group, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that. Yeah, because this group of mine's going to be dead. Jump in there. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Oh, white just lost the game, I think, right there. Maybe not. Maybe this evens it up, but that's huge. I'm gonna back it up a couple here because this is wow. Okay, so I'm gonna back it up to about here. This group down here. Ages ago, we said, hey, this group only has one eye right now, right? He's got an eye down here. He hasn't fully connected up. He's got a cutting point and a cutting point here. He's got 2 cutting points to cut this off, and the whole thing only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess he's got 6 liberties. That's decent. Okay. And now there's my nonsense in here. These 3, then realistically they weren't ever going to do anything, right? I threw them in, maybe to have something like this happen. Give yourself a chance at just causing some chaos and having your opponent make a mistake and just miss something. Feels a little slimy, but if you get the win, you get the win, I guess. You play until you both pass or someone resigns, because sometimes this stuff happens. So anyway, long-winded way of saying these 3 shouldn't have affected anything, but watch this unfold, because these are super killable, right? White he played here with his last move at 06, and he's threatening my little group here by doing that. He's right. He said, oh, I can maybe go here, put you into Tari, and then I don't know, whatever. But he should have played here. He should have played the safe move. That would essentially link this bigger group up with this group, and then sort of the larger and everything else, basically, right? Because he's protecting this cutting point. This is the ultimate pain point for him, is going to be this one right here, 09. Watch what happens to this spot. He could have put that into sort of a safe tiger's mouth and defended it by going there at, 08. Or the opposite. He could have just taken that spot outright and had a tiger mouth over the space below. But it doesn't matter. Anyway. But he chose to attack a little bit there and be aggressive. And then this is a super random move. Fair enough. I guess I wouldn't have seen this coming if I was him. I throw in here at N10. I don't know. I guess I'm threatening to put this into Atari, and I don't know. White just ignores it and said, what are you doing? I'm going to kill off this group. So I said, come out here. Sure, I'll sacrifice those 2. Doesn't matter. And sure enough, he takes them. All right. That's sort of the safe move. I'm going to take that kill, protect a couple of my groups there. Sure. Doesn't change the fact that these 2 cutting points still exist. They're still wide open. This whole group, if it gets cut off, it's only got 1 eye. That's dead. There we go. There's the cutting point that forces him with an Atari, because this group here of 2, he's got to respond. Otherwise, I'm taking that, which probably actually might have been the better play. Maybe let me take that and connect up here. But anyway, he connects up. Then I go down. Yeah, see, he made a couple mistakes there. It's like 3 or 4 in a row with this whole sequence. He could have connected this up ages ago. He could have sacrificed those 2 stones and connected this group up around, sacrifice those 2, and then you connect this bigger group, you connect it through this way by taking that spot, and he didn't do that a couple times. Tries to put me into Atari. Sure. Now I still have 2 liberties. Guess what? Oh, I forgot about this one. See, interesting. He pushes through. Again, that's another huge mistake. He didn't give himself an extra liberty by playing there. He should have been attacking this group. Man, this guy, this completely blew the game for him. He could have won this over multiple times here, because my group only has 2 liberties. If he takes this move that he just did and uses it to attack, I'm dead on the next play. But he goes here, which doesn't give him any more liberties. He's still only got, I guess he got 4. I was thinking he had 3, but anyway. By extending out, he only had 1 liberty off this here, right? He uses a whole play, and he doesn't get another liberty, so it kind of puts him a play behind in this whole sequence. Because now he comes out, he gets an extra liberty, sure enough, right? But we force him all the way into the wall, the edge of the board, and we take away those liberties anyway. So now he's back down to 3. Keep in mind, I still only have 2 here. He can attack this group and kill it off. He's not technically in danger yet if he sees this. And there we go. So he does attack. And then I throw in thinking, hey, I can get a snapback if he just doesn't do anything. Maybe he kills my stone off. He just tries to kill it, but then that's what I'm trying to do. I throw in, I think, just maybe in a reaction without thinking, he'll jump in at just above that and kill my 1 stone and just be left with the 1 liberty, kind of like a snapback, and then I kill him off. That's what I'm hoping happens, right? And sure enough, he's just not paying attention. He forgot how many liberties he has, and he just goes and kills off my stones. Like, yeah, I'm not going to let you take that. He could have taken this one. He could have taken the small kill like ages ago, but anyway. Brought himself down to 1 liberty. Oh, 2. What am I talking about? He still had another one. Man, I'm confusing myself. See, he can still... Oh! He still hasn't seen it. Oh, man. At this point, he deserves to lose because... Wow. I thought he still was going to be safe. But he just completely ignored it. He does not realize that this whole group down here has 1 liberty. Meanwhile... he can kill off my group at any point. He could have killed this in the last like 3 or 4 moves. What's he choose to do? He chooses to attack the upper right corner instead. And then I can only imagine what the next play is here. This has got to be P1 for the kill and the ultimate piss off. Boom. Oh, he must have been gutted there. What a massive kill. And that's kind of slimy on my part because it's just like insane moves, throwing in, being super aggressive that got that, and he just kind of missed it and just basically caused a mistake, and it looks like that was the end of it. And you know what's funny? Now I know why there was a rematch, because when you lose a game like this, instantly you're like, I want to play this guy again because I know I can beat him. So that's clearly what he was thinking. He's like, I made a mistake. I blew it against a weaker guy, and I want to play him again and get that win back. So now this makes total sense now. Just kind of got lucky on the end there. So he must have resigned at that point because that's the last move. Let's estimate the score. Oh, it says white by 2. What? No, I can't be right. Let's try that again. Estimate. That still doesn't look right. Like I got this bar. This is black. It does look like he killed off this group of mine. Maybe I live up here. I don't know. Maybe... Man, maybe he shouldn't resign this. Although, and I also still could have killed this off. This game wasn't over yet. I could have attacked here in a couple spots. Like these 3 up here. It's been wide open to kill them anytime, right? I go here. What's he do? He attacks. He's got down to 1 liberty. He attacks here. Oh, maybe not actually. Oh, maybe that wouldn't work. I play here. He puts me into Atari here. I have to pull back, which gives me on this 3 and with only 1 liberty. Maybe they would be dead. Okay, maybe I can't attack that. Anyway, this guy probably shouldn't have resigned. He still had a chance. This was a close game because he got all this, and this turned out to be huge. So really, that's funny because I did say, oh, maybe this won me the game. Actually, maybe it just made it even. And sure enough, I just basically brought the game to a draw. But I guess he was annoyed enough that he just threw in the towel at that point. So anyway, that would have been interesting to see this, how it played out the whole way. So anyway, that's match 1. That took longer than I thought, but hey, we got 2 more to go. So yeah, I can totally understand why this guy wanted a rematch, and it's coming up with the next video. So check it out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, let's go. Goodbye.